Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, the two richest men in the world at the time, were asked if they could have one superpower, what would that be? They both said they wanted the ability to be able to read super fast. Now, most people would choose the ability to fly or run fast like the Flash. Now, what do these two wealthy men know that most people don't actually know? The ability to sit down, focus, and learn difficult things is a superpower of the 21st century. Now, similarly, Elon Musk started a spaceship company and a car company without an aeronautical or mechanical engineering degree. Now, how was he able to do that? Well, simply put, according to him, he was able to read a lot of books on the subject matter. These are a few examples of people who have achieved big goals using the power of learning. You too can learn this ability to laser focus, which will help you to study effectively. Now, how do you achieve laser focus, attention, and concentration? You achieve this by turning the question completely on its head, by asking yourself, what will actually make me not to achieve laser focus and concentration? What is distracting me from achieving my goals? Then you work systematically to remove those distractions until you're left with your most important task, which is to study, of course. Think about it. If you're watching Money Heist 6 hours a day, then when will you actually get time to study? If you're on Instagram the whole day, when will you get time to study? You have to remove everything that can distract you. If you want to measure the effect of distractions on your life, carry a journal with you, record everything you do over a period of 24 hours, and you will be shocked at how many hours you actually spend on distractions. Now, I know what you're going to ask. If I remove distractions, does that automatically mean that I'm going to just study? The answer is no. It just will make things way easier. To see this in action, here is an example. Jason Ben was a financial consultant who wanted to learn computer programming after realizing that his job was becoming more and more irrelevant. He quit his job and moved back home to learn this difficult skill in a short period of time, but his main problem was that he spent 90% of his time surfing the net. So how would he get over this? What method did he use to get through this problem? His method was he locked himself in a room with no computer, no electronic devices, just textbooks, note cards, and a highlighter. He would highlight the code within the textbooks, transfer the ideas to note cards, and then practice them out loud. Initially, he would find that spending time away from electronic distractions was hard, but he gave himself no other option. He removed anything that would distract him, which meant there was nothing else to do but to learn the concepts in those books. After some time, his concentration span kept improving to the point where he would be able to spend 5 hours or more per day studying and learning in a room. During that period, he studied 18 books on the subject of programming for about 2 months. He went to the Dev Bootcamp, which had a reputation of being very difficult. The Dev Bootcamp was a 100 hours a week crash course in web application programming. Before starting the bootcamp, he interviewed a PhD student who had attended the program previously. The PhD student described Dev Bootcamp as the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. At the end of the program, only half the students who started with Ben were able to graduate. Ben himself graduated as the number one student in his class. Ben then quickly landed a job as a developer at a tech startup within the Silicon Valley environment. At the time when he quit his job as a finance consultant, he was making $40,000 per year, But at his new job, he was earning $100,000 per year as a developer, an amount which had the potential to grow within the Silicon Valley environment. If you want to learn more about Jason Ben, here is his website: jasonben.com/posts/how-I-learned-to-code. So now that you know that getting rid of distractions is important, how do you go about doing that? Well, there are a number of different ways, but here is what works for me. We're going to use a technique called time blocking. Time blocking is when you reserve a specific period during the day for your most important task, which of course is studying. During that period, you're going to block off or get rid of anything that will distract you, including social media, YouTube, all forms of entertainment, etc. etc. The only thing you're going to do during that period is your most important task until you actually finish it. Now, after that period has ended, you can do whatever you want with your time. You can go back to social media, you can watch TV, you can play video games, you can do whatever you want. But when you have your time blocking period, only do your task until it's fully done. Now, here's a few tips. If you're spending way too much time on your phone, this is an app that I use. It's called Off Time. What this app actually does, it helps you to stay off your phone, right? You're able to just set an alarm, and if you find yourself using your phone outside of that actual specific period that you've set on your phone, it rings off an alarm until you actually put your phone down.